what is GeoPy and what is the use of the GeoPy. To understand this, basically, we need to understand many more things. And I believe that you already have some basic knowledge of the Python. Not very in-depth knowledge, but we should have basic knowledge of the Python to understand any library. So now, first of all, before going to discuss about the GeoPy, first I want to explain about the Python and libraries. What is the meaning of the Python and what is the meaning of the library? So, as you know, like Python is a language and we all knows about the Python. Now after that, the we have to understand the difference between the Python and different libraries. So to explain about the libraries, I have just taken one very simple example, just like our smartphone. Let's suppose if I am using Android phone. So in my phone, I have the operating system. That is what? That is the Android. And now after that, when I will install or when I have the Android operating system, so some of the basic features by default I am getting. Like whenever we are purchasing a new phone, so some of the basic features by default we are getting with the phone. Like we have calling, we have the facility of the SMS. So we have some basic features. And now let's suppose you want to make your phone smart. How basically we are telling ki our phone is smart when we are installing different type of application. Means let's suppose I am dealing with the HDFC bank. I have account in HDFC bank. So I will install the HDFC app in my mobile. Then I can easily operate my bank related activities through mobile. Let's suppose if you are using Instagram. So once you will install the Instagram in your mobile, after that you can easily handle the Instagram account. If you want to like the post, comment on the post, if you want to share some posts or stories. Similarly, there are many different type of apps are there. So if we want to use any specific app or any specific functionality, then once we will install that app, then automatically we will get all those features. So this is same as you can consider that whatever the app we are installing in our phone, these all app you can consider as a libraries. And the operating system, what we already have, that operating system you can consider as a Python. So Python is what? Python will provide us all the basic features. Like if you want to add two number, if you want to iterate on the loop, if you want to write some conditional statement. So all these kind of basic features we are getting with Python. But if we want to do some extraordinary thing, like I believe that we all are from the GIS background. So let's suppose if you want to do some customization in QGIS. So you have to install QGIS in your machine. So ultimately we are installing QGIS Python, then we are able to do the customization in QGIS. Similarly, if you want to do some customization in ArcGIS, so whenever we are installing ArcGIS, then automatically ArcPy library will install and then we can do our work. Similarly, the people who are working with the machine learning, AI, deep learning. So there are many different type of libraries we have. These libraries, if we will install in our machine, and along with the Python, if we will use that library, then our Python will become a smart Python. Okay, similarly like our phone. So once we will install the libraries, then we can say that now my phone is a smartphone. So similarly here also, core Python, you will not get many features, but let's suppose if you are going to do some image interpretation project. So for that you need to install some library which will help us to do some functionality which is related to what? Which is related to the image. If you are in the data science field, or if you are basically working in the data analysis, so there is a library. That library name is what? Pandas. If you will install the pandas, then you can get many data related features where you can do some data analysis, get the statistics, different type of different level of the statistics you can find. On top of the pandas for the GIS, there is one library. That library name is what? That library name is the GeoPandas. GeoPandas is basically what? GeoPandas is a library where basically we can do the analysis, data related analysis. But one additional feature we will get in the GeoPandas, because we are from the GIS background. So instead of doing just a simple without GIS data in GeoPandas, we can do the analysis on top of the spatial data. So there are not only one, two library, there are many libraries are there, which if we will know, then our work will be easy. Our work will be easy, performance will be good, and productivity will be also very good. So now after that, there is one more important terminology what you will get in programming, that is the library and framework. That is what? That is the library and framework. So anyone knows about what is the meaning of the library and what is the meaning of the framework? Anyone? Anyone knows about library or framework? What is library or what is framework? Okay. So the thing is, what is the meaning of the library and what is the meaning of the framework, that we have to understand. Library means what? As I told you, library means library you can install, it will easy your work. Means you can basically control the library. You can control the library, and library is a collection of functions. Library is the collection of functions for the specific domain. Like let's suppose if you are using GeoPanda. GeoPanda is what? GeoPanda is a library. If you are using GeoPanda, so GeoPanda in you will get many functionality which will be used for the spatial analysis. So GeoPandas is what? GeoPanda is a library. Similarly, like GeoPy, which basically we are going to explore. So GeoPy is what? GeoPy is a kind of library which will help us for the geocoding and reverse geocoding. We have the math. We have the math library. Math library, you will get all the mathematics related features. So library is basically what? Library is a collection of the features or collection of the functions which will easy our job, and library is basically uh, is related to the particular domain or particular type of the feature. As I already told you, ArcPy is for the ArcGIS, QGIS, Python is for the QGIS, raster IO for the raster related analysis. OpenCV library is for the image analysis. So there are many libraries are there. So what is the key characteristics of the library ki you write the main program, you decide what library need to use, it perform a specific task, it does not control your application structure. So whatever the application you want to write, what are the code you want to write, you are free to write the code in any pattern. But at the same time, if we will see the framework, what is the meaning of the framework? Meaning of the framework is whenever you are going to work with any framework, so any framework have particular design. Any framework has what? Particular design. Particular design means what? Framework will decide where you should write a function. Framework will decide where you should write a function. In library, it is not like this. Library, you are free to use the library anywhere in your program. But when you are using any particular framework, then you are not free to write your program anywhere. Because of that reason, like framework, basically it is basically one technical word is there, inversion of control. What is the meaning of the inversion of control? Meaning of inversion of control is whenever we are using any framework, framework will give you one template, and whatever the code you want to write, that code you should write inside that template. That is called what? That is called the framework. So what are the key characteristics we have in the framework? It provide the application structure framework will provide you. Okay, in library case, you are free to write your program, you can use library anywhere in your program, but in framework it is not like this. In framework will give you the structure, you whatever the code you want to write, that you need to write inside that particular template. Like let's suppose if I will try to explain you in more detail. So whenever we are talking about the framework, so let's suppose you are writing one program. So here they have given you you need to write one program that first function is what? Main. Now you will write some program here. You will write some program here. After that, they have given you need to write here def input. Okay, so this is what this is the this is the template what given by the framework. So whatever the code you want to write, you have to write where? You have to write in this place. You have to write where? Here you have to write where they have given you the place to write the code. So let's suppose here if they have given you write the code, so we need to write the code here only. So this is what? This is the framework. Framework is basically controlling our code workflow. Library is not controlling our workflow. Okay. Library is basically we are free to use library anywhere, and framework like you already heard about some framework like let's suppose a .NET MVC. MVC is what? Model View Controller. MVC is a framework. So whenever you are creating any program using the MVC, so automatically Visual Studio will create a folder, create a file for you. So whatever the file you want to create, you have to create that file in that pattern only. If you will create file in some different name or different pattern, then your program will not work. So because of that reason, library is different, framework is different. What are the common framework we have in the Python? So we have the Django. Django framework is for the web development. Flask is the web framework. Then Fast API is the API framework. PyTorch is the machine learning framework. And TensorFlow is also the machine learning framework. So these are the frameworks we have, and some of the frameworks are really very useful. So like in some different course, we are going to provide training on the Fast API. Fast API is the framework which is very useful. Very useful means now these days, if you are going to develop something as a backend development, or if you want to develop the REST API, REST services, anything, so you should know about what? You should know about the fast API, because previously some APIs we have developed using the Flask. Flask was very famous. Even I also use Flask in many projects, but now Flask is outdated. Now the new API, new framework which is in market, that name is what? That name is the Fast API. So whenever we will provide training on the Fast API, then I will discuss in detail what is the meaning of the REST API, what is the meaning of the fast API, and what is the use of that, how we will use, where we will use all these things. Okay, any question, anything related to the library and framework? Okay, till this point. Yeah, Subhajit ji, all good?
Yes, sir. Till now it's fine.
Okay. Wherever you have any problem, you guys just let me know. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, so
definitely.
yeah. So now here, actually, see, the thing is, I tell you one thing clearly. People are basically, uh, if you now these days in GIS, if you want to grow, if you are if you are seeing that ki I will also get a salary 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 1 lakh like that, then you have to grow and you have to increase your technical skills. Correct. So
Definitely.
how we can improve our technical skills, because now if you see the entire world is going with Python. Entire world is going with Python. My the worry is, actually, see, my always, if you see in the group or any post, I am always trying to move people from data to development. Okay, because now in upcoming days, na, even if you are working with the ArcGIS or QGIS, you are not going to get any appreciation. Maybe you are going to start your job with 10,000 rupees. After 50,000 rupees, everything will stuck. So
Yes,
if
very
you
difficult
work,
now it is to survive only
correct,
by using any desktop software or enterprise.
correct. So we have to grow, we have to improve our technical skills. Then only there is something, otherwise, means there is nothing in the GIS. Okay, so here, what is the difference between the library and fair framework that I have given here in the tabular format? Control flow, library is we can control. Library is not going to control us. We are going to control, because anywhere we can use. But whenever we are using any framework, so framework will control our code. In the structure point of view, there is no fixed structure. In framework, it will provide you the structure. Uses call when needed, framework call your code, because ultimately framework is going to provide us the template and we need to write code where based on the template only. So framework is controlling our code. Flexibility in library, more flexibility are there. In framework is more structured, because in framework we will get the template and based on the template only we need to write the code. Some examples of the library, we have the pandas, GeoPandas, SciPy, Raster.io, Math, GeoPy, n number of libraries are there. And coming to the framework also, we have many framework, Django, Flask, Fast API, many frameworks are also available. So we will see the frameworks as well. Now after that, coming to the introduction of the GeoPy. What is the meaning of what? What is the meaning of the GeoPy? Why we are going to explore about the GeoPy. So first of all, because we all are from the GIS background, and we know in GIS we have very common task One is geocoding, other one is the reverse geocoding. One task is the geocoding and another is what? Reverse geocoding. So whenever we want to use geocoding, first of all, what is the meaning of the geocoding and reverse geocoding? What is the meaning of the geocoding? Means if you have the address, based on the address, we are finding the latitude and longitude. That is called what? That is called the geocoding. And what is the meaning of the reverse geocoding? In the reverse geocoding means I will give you latitude and longitude, and based on that latitude longitude you need to find the address. This is the reverse geocoding. So this is very common task in GIS, and how basically GeoPy is going to solve this problem and how we can use the GeoPy and this get this task done. So GeoPy basically one thing we have to understand. See, first of all, technical thing we need to understand ki geocoding. Geocoding means whenever we are providing address, whenever we are providing address, like if I will give Hapsiguda or if I give Hyderabad, India, then I want to find out the XY coordinate. If I have given Hapsiguda, Hyderabad, India, then I want to get the XY coordinate of the Hapsiguda area. So definitely that is for sure somewhere in some database this information is available, and we are trying to fetch that information from that database. Correct? Means there is definitely we have somewhere we have one database, and this database is having all the address information. This database have what? All the address information. So now when I want to do the geocoding, when I want to do what? When I want to do the geocoding, so as I told you, geocoding means I need to, I have what? I have some addresses. I have some address, and based on this address, I want to find what? I want to find the latitude and longitude. This is my task. This task is called what? This flow is called the geocoding. Okay, you have the address, you have the textual address. Let's suppose one example I just want to give you. I have the address Hapsiguda and Hyderabad. I have this address. Now I want to get the latitude, longitude. Let's suppose 17.23, comma 76.25. So I want to get what? I want to get the lat long. This process is called what? This process is called the geocoding. Based on the address, you want to find what? You want to find the latitude, longitude. What is the meaning of the reverse geocoding? In the reverse geocoding, what will happen? The same thing, but in the reverse geocoding, you don't have the address. In the reverse geocoding, you have the latitude, longitude, and now based on this latitude, longitude, you want to find what? You want to find the address. This is called what? This is called the reverse geocoding. So ultimately, whenever you want to get this thing internally or technically, what will happen? There is one database. In that database, we will have all the addresses, and whenever I want to get the latitude, longitude, or whenever I want to do the geocoding, I will query on this database with this address, and this database will return me what? It will return me the latitude and longitude. So this process is called the geocoding. Now after that, reverse geocoding is what? I will give the x and y coordinate, or I will provide the latitude and longitude, and it will return me what? It will return me the address. So there are n number of services are available in market. There are n number of services are available in market. So some of the services are what? Some of the services, let's suppose we have the Google. We have the Google Map service. We can use the Google Map service, and it will provide you what? It will provide you facility for the geocoding as well as reverse geocoding. We have the Map My India. We have the Map My India service. Map My India we can use, and Map My India also provide the facility of the geocoding and reverse geocoding. Similarly, we have the Open Street Map. Open Street Map also provide us the facility for geocoding and reverse geocoding. We have the Bing Map. Bing Map also provide facility for the geocoding and reverse geocoding. Similarly, we have the Mapbox. There are n number of mapping companies are there, map services are there. These companies are providing the facility to get the XY coordinate with the help of the address, or with the help of the XY coordinate if you want to find the address, means ultimately geocoding or zero geocoding. So now here the question is, if ultimately these companies are going to provide us the coordinate or address, then what GeoPy is doing? Correct? One question is definitely come in our mind, ki if these companies are going to provide us the geocoding and reverse geocoding facility, then what exactly GeoPy is going to provide? So the answer is, GeoPy is basically the mediator. GeoPy is basically what? GeoPy is the mediator. GeoPy will provide you the facility, because what, whenever you want to find or whenever you want to do the geocoding, if you want to do the geocoding, so GeoPy will take the XY coordinate, or GeoPy will, let's suppose for the geocoding, GeoPy will take the address. It will send request to where? GeoPy will send request to the online map service, and whatever the result it will get from the online map service, it will give you, or it will share with you. So this is the role of what? This is the role of the GeoPy. So GeoPy is a Python library used for geocoding and reverse geocoding. So geocoding is what? Reverse geocoding, that we understood. GeoPy itself does not store map or location data, because as I told you, if you want to do the geocoding or reverse geocoding, we need a complete world database from where we can do the geocoding or reverse geocoding. But GeoPy is not basically the main entity which is storing the complete world data. GeoPy is what? It connects to the external geocoding service and retrieve the result. So GeoPy is facilitating. GeoPy is facilitating internally. GeoPy is using any of these services what I explained you here, either Google Map service or Map My India or OpenStreet or Bing Map or Mapbox, any service GeoPy can use. And even we have the facility, we can tell to the GeoPy, I want to do the geocoding with this particular service. Then GeoPy will provide you the facility, so that easily we can get the result from that service and use in our application. So here geocoding versus reverse geocoding. So geocoding is what? What is the meaning of the geocoding? It convert a human readable address into the geographic coordinates. So let's suppose if you will give Mumbai and Mumbai, India, then it will return what? It will return you the latitude and longitude. Similarly, the reverse geocoding is what? The reverse geocoding is, it converts the coordinate back to the address. Means you will provide the coordinate and function will return you what? Function will return you the address. Clear till this point? What is the geocoding, reverse geocoding, and what is the role of the GeoPy?
Yes.
Okay. Now after that, come with slowly we are moving towards the code. So here, this code I will basically explain you in the next slide. So how GeoPy works internally. So where we are writing a Python code, and we definitely we are going to use which library? We are going to use GeoPy library. Whenever if you want to do the geocoding, so GeoPy send a request to the online geocoding service. Whenever we want to, like here, whenever if you want to do the geocoding, you have what? You have the address. So here, if this is what, if let's suppose if this is the GeoPy, if this is the GeoPy, then what GeoPy will do? GeoPy will take our request. GeoPy will take our request, and then GeoPy will send our request to the defined service. Whatever the service we have defined. So let's suppose if you have defined here, for example, you have defined here Google. See, I want to do the geocoding with Google. So it will send your request to the Google. If you have defined map my India, if you have defined here OSM, if you have defined here Bing map. So whenever we are sending our request to GeoPy, so based on the definition, GeoPy will send request to, maybe it send request to the Google, maybe it send request to the Map My India, maybe it send request to the OSM, and after that these services return the result to the GeoPy, and finally GeoPy will send result to the user. So this is what, this is the flow what exactly GeoPy will use. So here GeoPy send a request to an online geocoding service. That service search it's in the database. It return data in the JSON format. GeoPy convert that JSON into a location object, and we access latitude, longitude, and address from the GeoPy. So GeoPy is just a client library. The actual location data comes from the service. What we will decide, we want to get the data, we want to do the geocoding and reverse geocoding using the OpenStreetMap or Google Map. Now after that, what are the services is supported by the GeoPy? So here, this is the list of the services: OpenStreetMap, Google Map API, Mapbox, Bing Map, Here Technology, and TomTom. And what are the limitations we have for the services? So here, OpenStreetMap OSM service is free. OSM service is free. To use the OpenStreetMap service, you no need to create any API key. You no need to pay a single rupee. We can use the OpenStreetMap geocoding service free of cost. But if you want to use Google Map or Mapbox or Bing Map, so they have some limitation. Means if you are going for the paid version, then there is no limitation. But if you are going to use free service from the Google Map, Mapbox or Bing Map, so like they give you the like 100 geocoding in a day or 50 geocoding in a day. So they have some limitation for the free uses. But if you want to use commercially, if you are going to pay the money, then unlimited you can use. Second thing is whenever for the learning purpose, whenever we are learning this library or geocoding or reverse geocoding, So for the learning purpose, OpenStreetMap OSM service is the best. And for the production purpose, let's suppose the same thing if your client want to implement. So for whenever we are going to implement something with the client, then definitely we are going to implement for the production. So whenever we are going for the production, then we have to use what? We have to use the paid version, because like simple कि in free version you will get free facility. So maybe it will give you the correct result, maybe it will not give you the correct result. 90% case it will give you the correct result only. But if you are going to use paid version, if you are going to use paid version, then definitely you will get the exact or accurate result. So these are the supported geocoding services what we can use in the GeoPy. Now after that, understanding API based geocoding. So here, what is the meaning of this? Okay, because see this webinar, there are many things we are going to use, and I will try to explain you each and everything which word or which are coming in our roadmap. Okay, so like here, understanding API based geocoding. So let's suppose when we are talking about the API based geocoding, so each and every company, what the company we already have seen in the previous slide, each and every company have basically uh, published some APIs, and they are saying if you want to do the geocoding or reverse geocoding, so that API you can use and you can get the result. Like our OSM, okay, OpenStreetMap. So as I told you, OpenStreetMap service is the free service. Normally, that service we are using for the learning purpose. So here there is a API. Let's suppose if I come to this API, yeah, this one. So if I copy this API URL, okay, let's suppose I copied this URL. Now if I go to the browser, and here if I paste this URL and hit this one, so here you can see it is giving you some data. It is giving you some data. What data it is giving you? And first of all, what we have search. Okay, we have search here. We have search here. This one. We have search here this API URL, and what we want to search question mark Q. Q is equal to what? Q is equal to Mumbai. And what is the format? Format is equal to JSON. So this API or this kind of API is published from all the companies. Map My India, Google, all the companies have this kind of APIs. And whenever you want to do any search, so you can use this API. So here, based on this URL, we are trying to find what? We are trying to find Mumbai. So whenever if you are trying to search this one, this API is giving you the result. And what is the result here? Place ID is this, license is this, OSM type, OSM ID, latitude, longitude, what is the class, type is equal to city. These all details we are getting if we are trying to find what? If we are trying to find the Mumbai. Similarly, let's suppose if I want, instead of the Mumbai, if I want to find here Hyderabad. If I want to find here what? If I want to find here Hyderabad. So here you can see this kind of error maybe you can get. Why? Because this is what? This is the free API. This is the free API. So whenever we are using the free API, so sometime we can get this kind of error. Let's suppose if I will write here Delhi. So it is giving you results. So let's suppose here you can see it is giving you New Delhi, display name Delhi, display name Delhi, and here display name village of Delhi, town of Delhi, and all. So if you are trying to search any name, so based on the search, it is giving you all these results. But the thing is, if you just imagine ki if you are not from the, like if you are not from the uh, like development side, okay, if you're not from the development side, then definitely to understand this kind of JSON and all, it is very tough for us. So this kind of problem, GeoPy will resolve. Means if you will use the GeoPy, then you no need to do all these exercise. Ki create the link, then search in the Google or search in the any browser, hit this one, and you will get this result. Then you can find, yes, this is a New Delhi and all. So what is the role of the GeoPy? The role of the GeoPy is to easy our steps, easy the process, send the query, get the result, and immediately provide the result in the quick manner. So here, next important thing is what, as I shown you, before Delhi, when we try to find some different city, so we got here some error. We got here some error. That error is because of what? That error is because we are using the free API, and sometime in API we have restriction. Key in 1 second you can hit only one API. In 30 seconds you can hit only one API. So that kind of restriction also you will get in the APIs from the company. So like here, important API concept, rate limit. Most free services allow one request per second, and they have some daily limit use. So these also we need to take care. If we are going to use any API, so we have to check, is there any rate limit we have, or we can hit n number of APIs in a second. Okay. So rate limit is important, and second thing is the API key. What is the meaning of the API key? The meaning of the API key is, as I told you, कि if you want to do, or if you want to write any code for one client, so you are going to use in the professional, or you are going to use commercially, then you can purchase the API from Google or MapMyIndia. So whenever we are purchasing the API from Google, or whenever we are purchasing the API from the MapMyIndia, so once the payment is done, after that they will provide you one API key. If you will use that API key, then only you will get the result. If you will not use the API key, so we cannot get the result. So this is on another important thing whenever we are playing with the API for this purpose. Clear till this point? Any question, any doubt? Now coming to the next thing, installation and setup. Okay, so to do this thing, because normally in my all the courses, I am trying to do the things in very easy way. So for that, if let's suppose you don't have very high-end machine, if you don't have things is installed in your machine and all, so best thing is you can use the Google Colab. What we can use? We can use the Google Colab. What is the Google Colab? I think you guys already know. If you don't know, I am quickly just give you introduction about the Google Colab, and immediately with me, if you have time or if you are using your laptop, so if you want along with me, you can also do the practice, or you can also write the code. Otherwise, if you don't have time or you are connecting through mobile, So you can check out the video and you can run the code later also. So here, what is the Google Colab? So first of all, Google Colab is the product of Google. Okay. Google Colab is the product of Google. Like we have the Google Worksheet, we have Google Form, we have Google Doc. Similarly, we have one product. That product name is what? That product name is the Google Colab. Google Colab, Google has developed especially for people like us who want to learn the Python, who want to learn the machine learning, who want to learn the AI, but maybe they don't have very high-end machine. So Google is providing us the high-end machine free of cost. Okay. So for that, simply what you need to do, let's suppose here, if I go and just try to find in Google, Google Colab. If you try to find Google Colab, so here you will get this first link. The only important thing what it is required to use the Google Colab, you should have account in Google. Okay, that's all. So now here you can basically you will get this kind of a screen. After that, you can click on the new notebook. Once you click on the new notebook, here one notebook will open. Notebook means the platform or the place where you can write the code. Now, if you see here, as I told you, कि whenever we want to work with the Google Colab, so this it will provide you the place where you can write the Python code, run the Python code, and it is basically provide you kind of machine. Let's suppose here if I simply write print hello or GeoPy. Okay. If I just have written print hello GeoPy, so if I run this one, so this Python code, this is the Python code. It is running and it is giving me the output what? It is giving the output hello GeoPy. And if you see here, right side, basically where as soon as you are creating or you are activating this Google Colab, then this Google will provide us one machine. In that machine, if you see here, we have what? We have the RAM and the disk. So what is the RAM size? RAM is around 13 or 14 GB. Around 14 GB RAM is there and the disk size is around 150 GB. So this is provided by what? This is provided by the Google. It is provided by the Google, so it is good for us. So whatever the practice you want to do in Python, except ArcPy. Okay, except ArcPy, because ArcPy related practice we are going to do with the map. Okay, ArcGIS map. So that practice we have to do in ArcGIS only. Now here, if you want to just do practice with the Python and Python related libraries, so all these practice you can do here. Okay. So like here I have written the code print hello world, and when you will run, let's suppose here I will write 10, or if I will write here print 10 plus 20. And if you run this one, then you will get the answer what? You will get the answer 30. So Python code is smoothly working here. There is no problem. Now after that, if you want to check what Python version is Google Colab is using, which Python version this Google Colab is using, so you can check Python hyphen version. If you will just hit this one, it will tell you which Python version Google Colab is using. So currently it is using what? 3.1. So now we are going to start our coding here. And if you want to get more detail about the Google Colab, so you can go to our YouTube channel. for GIS solutions. So there you will get like if I show you here, if you go to the channel and here I already have uploaded one video. This is for the Google Colab. This is around 44-minute video. You can directly check and you will get all the information about the Google Colab. Okay, now coming to the back to the our this one. So here first thing is installation and setup. So because we are going to do practice with the GeoPy and maybe time to time I will I will write the code for some different things also, like I want to show something on the map. I want to reproject the coordinate. So in safer side, you can take this list of the libraries and you can directly install. So what we need to do here, so like here, if you check this library list, simply you need to copy this one, okay? Or simply you need to copy or you need to write. And after this, you simply hit all these things where simply you need to hit all these things here. Due to some reason, it is not pasting here, but I already have this thing. Yeah, see this one. So you need to copy the entire thing in your Google Colab and simply run this one. When you will run this one, okay, let's suppose if I run also. So when I will run also, so this command basically pip pip command we are using to install any library in Python. And I am using the Google Colab, and in Google Colab, Python is already there. In Google Colab, Python is already there because as I already shown you, in Google Colab, we are easily execute the function print this one, print 10 plus 20, and which Python version is here? Python version 3.12.12. But this machine, what the Google has provided in this machine, we have only Python. We don't have any library. So whatever the library you want to use, you have to install in Google Colab. So what we have done here, we have installed these libraries. What is the use of these libraries, that also definitely we have to see and understand. So now here, like we have installed this library GeoPandas. So as I already told you, GeoPandas library is basically useful for spatial analysis, and GeoPandas library is specifically designed for the vector data, not for the raster data. Clear? Shapely, Shapely is basically this library is helpful to create the point, line, and polygon. Then after we have the Fiona. The Fiona library is basically if you want to show XY coordinate or anything on the map, then Fiona library is useful. PyProj. PyProj library is useful when you want to reproject your coordinate. Reprojection also I will explain you little bit because we don't have that much time to explain all these things in detail. But projection, reprojection, I think you guys already know about what is the meaning of the projection, what is the meaning of the reprojection, what is the geographic coordinate system, what is the projected coordinate system, all these things. So here we have these libraries. So you guys also please install this library. What I will do after the course, I will share you this link, okay? Because this facility also we have with the Google Colab, so I can share I can share this entire file with you so that you can directly get this file. You can copy, you can paste, and you can run in your Google Colab file. Now after that, I have installed one more library. This library is what? This library is the GeoPy, because we are going to use GeoPy for our practice. Clear, guys? Till this point, any question, any doubt? Understood till this point?
Yes, it's
Okay. Now, now the next important thing is understanding the nominative. What is the meaning of the nominative? Don't be don't be confused with the name nominative. Actually, as I told you, we have many geocoding services in market. Out of all these services, like most of the services are the paid services. Okay, we can use the Google Map service, we can use the Map My India, we can use the Here Map, we can use many more services. But all these services are what? All these services are paid services. We have only one free service. That is what? That is what is the name of the service, or the what is the name of the map? OSM map. Correct? We all knows about that. So on top of the OSM map also we have the geocoding service. That geocoding service which is developed on OSM map, that service is called the nominative. What is the name of the service? The name of the service is nominative. So if in any interview someone will ask you what is the nominative service? So nominative service is what? Nominative is the geocoding service which is built on OSM data or OSM map. Clear? So this nominative service provide us the facility for geocoding and reverse geocoding. And I think you knows about now you understood about the geocoding and not reverse geocoding, because I already explained you. Geocoding means we have the address, we want to find out the XY coordinate, and in the reverse geocoding, we have the coordinate, we want to find out the address. So this is what? This is the geocoding service and reverse geocoding service. And now why we are going to use the nominative? Why we are going to use the nominative? Because nominative service is the free. First thing is nominative service is the free service. Second thing is because this is free, there is no API key required. There is no API key required. Third thing is this is good for the learning and small projects. If you want to learn like GeoPy, if you want to learn a geocoding or reverse geocoding service, then nominative service is very good. But this is not good for what purpose? This is not good for the production. Because in production, we require the reliable service. We require the service where we can get the accurate data, or where we require the accuracy. Then we have to go with the paid service. But the same thing, but the same way, what we are using with nominative, the same way we can use for the Google also. Because of that reason, for the learning purpose, for the understanding of the concept, we are using nominative. But later we can use what? We can use other paid service as well. Now, how basically it will work? So please understand carefully, because now we are going to write a code. So the first thing is in Python. In Python, I believe you guys already know about this kind of syntax. Okay. If you already have done some small work with Python, or if you knows about the Python little bit, then you should know about this one. And but if you don't know, I will explain you this thing also. What is the meaning of this? Okay, what is the meaning of this? So whenever we are using Python, let's suppose here we are using Python, but we have not used any import or any kind of sentence here, because currently we are working with normal Python. Normal Python means raw Python. And when you will install any library here, let's suppose you installed any library in your Python, then how you will use that library here? You have just installed that one. Now you want to use that library in your Python code. Then in that situation, we need to use what? We need to use this kind of sentence ki from geopy.geocoder. GeoPy, as you know, we already have installed. So what I have written here, from geopy.geocoders, what I want to import? I want to import the nominative. Clear? This line is clear? I want to explain you each and every line. So just to give me the confirmation. Are you clear with this line? Because just we have installed the library, what? We have the install library, and we have installed all this library. Wherever I want to use any feature of any library, I have to import that library in my program. So here we have just installed all these library. Now I want to use some feature from where? I want to use some feature from the GeoPy. So I have written here, from geopy.geocoders, I want to import what? I want to import the nominative. So for that I have written this line. Clear? Understood? This line or this point?
Yes.
Okay. So now once we will run this one. So now we have imported what? We have imported the GeoPy, and which function we have imported here, or which class we have imported? Nominative. Now the second line is, we need to create the object of the nominative. What is the second step? First step is import. Second step is we need to create the object of the nominative. So we have created the object of the nominative, and we need to pass here user agent is equal to something. So what I will write here, I will write the name of the user agent. Let's suppose I will write yo for GIS underscore, what is today's date? Let's suppose 21/02/2026. Why we need to give this parameter user agent here? Why we need to give the user agent here? Because maybe some people will misuse this library, because this is free. One thing, one reason is what? One reason is maybe some people will misuse this library, so that company can track who has misused this library. Because of that reason, we need to provide here what? We need to provide here the user agent. Based on the user agent, company can track our uses. Based on the user agent, company will track our uses. So we have to provide here some meaningful name, because if you will give here common name like test, temp, this kind of name, so this company will not provide you the facility to do multiple geocoding, because if you are going to use here the user agent name is test temp, so they will understand ki, because in this world many people can use test temp and all these name, so there is no meaning to use the test temp name. So we have to use here what? We have to use here some unique name that will be better. So now we have created one object of what? We have created the object of the nominative. So this line I will run. So now my object is ready. Geolocator. I have created the object what? I have given the name geolocator. So my object is ready. And now I want to find out or I want to do the geocoding. So see here, if you see how many line of code exactly we have written to do the geocoding. How many line of code we have written here? If you just count the number of line what we have written to get the geocoding without this installation. Forget about the installation lines or that pip installation what we have used. Other than that, how many lines we have used to do the geocoding? How many line of code we have written here?
Very few.
Very few, because we have written only three line. One, two, three. So now here, now we are going to do the geocoding. So when I have run, so I created what? I created this object geolocator. Any name, whatever you want, you can provide here. Now after that, I want to do the geocoding. I want to find out the coordinate of the Mumbai, or I want to find the coordinate of the Hyderabad. I want to find the coordinate of the Delhi. Any coordinate what I want to find. Let's suppose here instead of Mumbai, if I will write here what? Pune. So if I run this one, then geocoding or this function geocode will provide me one object. I have given the name of this object is what? I have given the name of this object is location. Now, if you try to find here, what is the location dot address, location dot latitude, location dot longitude. If I run this one, so here you can see in three line of code, we have just only used three line. In line of code, we are able to find the coordinate of the Pune. What is the coordinate of the Pune? 18.52 and 73.85. So here just we have uses three line, and in three line our geocoding is done. Clear? Understood till this point? Now
Yes.
here coming to our presentation. So here we have done this thing. Now how its internal work. So that I already explained you, but here again GeoPy, when we are running this line, then GeoPy will send request to which service URL? GeoPy will send request to this nominatim.openstreetmap.org. Nominatim search your location, what the name you have given in the OSM database, and based on that it return the JSON result. So now here what the benefit we have? If we are going to do this thing manually, so I already shown you, we will hit this URL and in the browser, then it will give the JSON and all. But here GeoPy make our life very easy. So as soon as you will run this one, GeoPy will give you one object. The name of the object we have given here location, and simply you can write here location dot address, location dot latitude, location dot longitude. This is I have just written because If you want to get all the information in one shot, so you can get the information using what? Using location dot raw. Okay, so we have location dot address, location dot latitude, longitude, and all. So why the user agent is important? As I already explained you, user agent, it is the unique identifier for our application, and it is required for tracking our uses, preventing abuse, blocking bots, and contacting you if misuse happened. So this user agent attribute is very, very important. Now after that, coming to the service uses policy. So as I already told you, different map services have different policy. Okay, since this nominatim is the free service. Nominatim is basically using the OpenStreetMap. So here, what are the important uses rules we have? Maximum one record we can send per second. No bulk geocoding without delay. No heavy commercial use. Mostly we have to must provide the user agent name, and no scrapping. Scrapping means what? Scrapping, you have, I think you already have heard this name in the machine learning. Scrapping means we want to get the data from different sources. So that is called what? That is, let's suppose someone has given you the task without going for the survey, or without doing the survey, I want to get all the POI location of Hyderabad. I want to get all the POI location from Hyderabad. So if you know the GeoPy, so you can basically, you have one Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, from somewhere you got what? From somewhere you got the addresses. And now you want to convert this address to the XY coordinate. So if you know the GeoPy, within 5 minutes, you can run this file, and thousand of addresses you can convert to the latitude and longitude. That also is the part of this webinar that I will show you. So here, these are the limitations, or these are the uses rule we have when we are using the service. Now after that, if you are violating the service, your IP can be blocked or request will be failed. So here we already have done. Yeah. So here we can basically, whenever we are creating the object of the nominative, that time basically we can define what? We can define the timeout also. What is the meaning of the timeout? Maximum wait time for the response. Sometime you want to get the result. Okay, let's suppose here we have created this nominative, and we have given one parameter. That parameter is what? That parameter is the user agent. Now what will happen? Due to some internet problem, due to some network issue, maybe whenever you will run this line and this address is not finding, then it will take time. So your program is on hold. But what we want to do, we don't want to hold our program. So we can, if we want, we can define here the timeout parameter. So what is the timeout? Let's suppose, like if I write here timeout. Timeout is what? Let's suppose 5 seconds. So what will happen? What is the benefit of this? The benefit of this timeout is equal to 5. Our program will wait only 5 seconds. If in 5 seconds we will get the response from the service, then okay, otherwise it will move forward. Okay. So this is what service uses policy. This is with, you will get the service uses policy in all the map services. Now after that, this I already shown you the location object. What is the what are the things we will get in the location object? So first of all, what is the location object? Whenever we are doing any geocoding, so this function geocode will always return you one object. That object name is what? Location. Actually, here I have given the name location, but it is not mandatory. I can change the name LOC. Let's suppose I have changed what? I have changed the name. That name is what? That name is the LOC. Then basically, or 1 second, it will show here. So here, whenever we will run this one, then the object what we are getting here, in this object, what are the parameter you will get? What are the things you can find? Like if I show you, I have written here a F name, or I have written the city is equal to what? City is equal to Mumbai. I have written city is equal to Mumbai. Now city is what? City is the string. Now if you will write here city dot. So here you can see what are the different functions you will get when you will write here city. So whatever the functions which are related to the string, all these functions you can see here. So let's suppose here, if you want to find, if you want to write here capitalize, so it will capitalize and it will give you what? The first character will be in the capital letter. So similarly, here when we will run this thing, we have done the geocoding. After the geocoding, we will get the object. In this object, what are the parameters we have? So let's suppose here if I will write location, location dot. So here you can see what are the how many parameters we have. We have address, we have altitude, we have latitude, we have longitude, we have point, and we have raw. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 properties we will get from where? From the location object. If you want to find out the latitude, correct? If you want to find out the latitude, I don't know latitude value is there or not, but we can try to check the altitude. So if I run this one, so here you can see altitude they have not given. Altitude is what? 0. What is the address? Address is the Pune city. What is the latitude? This is latitude. What is the longitude? This is longitude. And what is the raw? So inside the raw you will get everything. Means inside the raw you will get the OSM ID, long, lat, everything. Like the same thing what we have got in the browser, which I already shown you previously. This one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay. So this is basically what? This is the answer of what? This is the answer of raw. Like here, if I, instead of Delhi, if I want to find what? If I want to find the Mumbai, if I want to find here what? If you want to find Mumbai, if you hit this one, so it is basically, it is giving you the error. Why? Because this we are using the free API. So if you see in this code, so here, if I, instead of the Pune, if I will try to find what? Mumbai, run this one, then it will give you what? It will give you the answer. Altitude is 0. Mumbai, what is the latitude? What is the longitude? And these information we will get in the raw. Inside the raw, you will get place ID, license, OSM type, OSM ID, everything. Later on, based on your requirement, you can use these informations as well. Okay, so here understand the location object and its property. So this we already have done. Now after that, geocoding functions, what are the things we have here? So please this understand carefully. What are the different parameters we have which we can use for the geocoding? Like here, one very interesting and very important parameter which I feel this is very good, because let's suppose we want to do the geocoding. Geocoding is means what? Geocoding means we want to find out the XY coordinate based on what? Based on the address. Now sometime if you want to find some address, maybe that address is available in India as well as Pakistan. जैसे कि best example is Hyderabad. If you are trying to find what? If you are trying to find the Hyderabad, just if you will write Hyderabad, so Hyderabad city is available in India and Hyderabad city is available in Pakistan also. So in GeoPy, we have the facility where we can restrict our search for the particular country. Means I want to find out Hyderabad, but in which country? India. Okay. So how we can do this thing? So here, please check this, then you will get understand. So see, like this one, location is equal to geolocator dot geocode, and here I try to find the name what? I try to find the name Hapsiguda. And what is the country code I have given here? I have given the country code US. How you can find the country code is US? Or let's suppose I ask you what you can, I want to find out something in Pakistan. I want to find something in Australia. I want to find something in the UAE. Correct? So to find this country code, actually we have one website that also I want to share with you. Yeah, this is the website name. If you if you will hit this website, then here you can get the list of the country and what is the code and all. Okay. So like this one for the Australia, what is the code? AU. For the India, some different code. Let's suppose if I want to find out the code for the India. So the code is what? IN. Israel code is different. So we can get the code from this website. So let's suppose here our problem was what? We want to find out Hapsiguda in which country? We want to find out Hapsiguda in US. So whenever I will run this one, then actually sometime you will get this kind of error, because as I told you, we are basically trying to search with the free API. So please bear with this one. So we will run this one, and then after I will try to run this one. So it's run successfully, and now I want to find out कि भैया इसको मिला या नहीं. So for that I have written the code in Python. If some value is there, if some value is in location, then print the raw, and otherwise what print? Otherwise print the location not found. So when I will run this one, so I am getting what? I am getting the location not found. Why? We are trying to find Hapsiguda where? In US. Now I want to change the country. Now I want to find out the Hapsiguda in which country? In India. So now if I run this one, and after that if I hit this one, so here you can see we are getting what? We are getting the address. What is the detail we are getting here? Come here, check. The name is what? The name is the Hapsiguda. Display name is Hapsiguda. Ward number 8, Greater Hyderabad, and it will give you the complete address along with what? Along with the latitude and longitude. Understood? How this country code is useful for the geocoding? So in GeoPy, it is make easy our life. Otherwise, we need to do many more things to do all this result. So here we have just done this thing. Now after that, language code also means if you want to do the geocoding and if you want to get the result in some different language, so that also you can do here. So we have the website from where you can get what? You can get the language code as well. Now after that, coming to the other parameters, multiple city name, exactly one is equal to false. What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is कि let's suppose I want to find out some address. I want to find out the address, but I have given the parameter exactly one. So it will give you only one result. Okay, sometime you want to find out something where results are more, where many results are there. Means like as if you remember, I shown you here. If yeah, this Mumbai, if I try to find, let's suppose just we try here, Hyderabad. So if you see here, we have, we are getting how many result here? We are getting here two result in Hyderabad. One is Hyderabad, some mandal, this one, and other one is what? Hyderabad, Telangana, this one. If I want to restrict the search, ki I want only one result, then for that, which parameter is useful? Exactly one. Exactly one, if you have written the true, then it will return you only one result. And if you have written exactly one is equal to false, then it will give you multiple result. You can set the limit also. कि maximum how many address I want to get. Maximum if I have given the limit 3, so maximum it will provide you 3 addresses or 3 details only. Country code we already have seen. Language I already explained you. Structured query that we are going to see, and raw type basically that also we have seen in the raw. Now after that, just to quickly we will see what is the reverse geocoding. So the definition, as you guys already know, the meaning of the reverse geocoding is based on the coordinate we want to find out the address. Okay, based on the coordinate we want to find out the address. So this is also only one or two line of code. There is no like 4 5 line of program. So if I will try to show you here. This is the example of the geocode what I was trying to show to some other people. Hapsiguda, Hyderabad, it is giving you all the result. Now coming to what? Now coming to the reverse geocoding. So reverse geocoding means, let's suppose I will go to the Google map and somewhere this is the Hyderabad area. I will go to the Nagpur and I will click somewhere. So when I click somewhere here, I will get what? I will get this coordinate. I want to find out the address based on what? Based on this coordinate. We'll see what the result we will get here. So now I will change the coordinate because I want to do what? I want to do the reverse geocoding, and in reverse geocoding we need to provide what? We need to provide the coordinate, and based on the coordinate this should give us the location address. So when I will run this one, it's run successfully. Now I want to see what is the value of the location. So if I run this one, so here you can see it is giving you the location. What is the location detail? Saniwari and Dhantoli, Nagpur city, Nagpur urban taluka, this is the pin code number, and this is the detail. So here you can see only one line it is required to do the reverse geocoding. In reverse geocoding means using the coordinate, I want to find out the address. So here you can see with the coordinate you can find out what? You can find out the address. Now here this is one example for the geocoding. In the geocoding language is what I have given the language Hindi. I want to find out the location in Hindi. So here you can see what are the Hindi font or what are the Hindi details are available in the database. It is showing the detail in which language? Hindi language. Okay, clear till this point. Now, after that, there is one more important attribute we have for the reverse geocoding. In reverse geocoding, basically, you can share one parameter. This is what zoom level. If the zoom level is 3, if the zoom level is 3, then it will give you the name of what? Name of the result type is what? Country. If the zoom level is 5, then state. If the zoom level is 10, then city. And if the zoom level is 18, then it will give you detail based on what? Based on the building. So here, this basically like here I just want to check. I also want to check it is working fine or not. Let's suppose this is the reverse geocoding and here we have given the coordinate, and after the coordinate what the value we want to give here. Let's suppose I want to give the zoom value. Okay. So if I will write here zoom is equal to what? Zoom is equal to 3. And now if I run this one, so after that I need to check what is the, so say here when you have given the zoom level 3, so it is not giving you the detail address. It is giving you only what? It is giving you only country, country label, because you have given the zoom level 3. Now if you want to, if you will give the zoom level 5, then it should give you, it should give you the result based on what? Based on the state and country. The state is Maharashtra, country is India. Now similarly, if you want to give zoom level 10, then it will give you the city level, and if you will give the zoom level 18, then it will give you the information based on the building. So what you can do after this after this session, you can just click on any building, okay, and any well-known building. Just click on any building and then after give the coordinate here and provide the zoom level 18. Then your program should give the building name also. Okay, so if that, but ultimately everything is depends upon what information we have in database. If we have building name and all in database, then definitely it will provide you. If this, if the database information is not there, then we can't do anything. Okay, so this is what, this is the reverse geocoding what we have just seen. So till now we have seen in the GeoPy there is one facility what we have seen, this is the geocoding, and another facility what we have seen, that is the reverse geocoding. Now after that coming to the structured query, so actually all these purpose to give the query in different ways to precise your result. Like we have given the country code, instead of finding your address in entire world, we are saying that I want to find in only India. If I want to find, or if I want to give more precise result, if I want to get more precise result, so there is one more facility we have. We can give like this query, what you want to search. So query, I want to search the MG road, state is equal to MG road, city Pune, state Maharashtra, and country India. And after that, you can do the geocoding. So, like here, maybe I already have written, I have not written here. So, what we will do, we will write and we will check how it is, how it will work. So, for that, what I need to do, I need to get the query. I need to get the query text. So, I have written here query, run this one. So, query I have created. And after that, after creating the query, we need to run this one. Location, I want to find out the location based on what? Based on the query. I will check it will give me result or not. So I have one thing, I will just click 2, 3 lines here. So if I run this one, so some warning it is giving, but no problem. We will try to find dot address and run this one. So here you can see it is giving you the address Mahatma Gandhi Marg, Pune Cantonment, Pune City, Pune, Maharashtra, and this one. And because why it is basically, I want, let's suppose I want to find out what is the latitude. Better what we can do, we can, instead of, if even I can, if I want, I can find what latitude, longitude, everything. But instead of getting one by one, if I will simply write here what, if I simply write here raw, then it will give me the complete detail. It will give me the complete detail ki, based on the geocoding, what is the place ID, OSM type, OSM ID, latitude, longitude, everything. Okay. So this parameter, basically the query parameter or this one, it will help us to precise our geocoding. Okay, instead of searching here and there, instead of searching in entire world, simply we have given the instruction street name should be MG Road, city is Pune, state is this and this. So why we are using the structured query, more precise result, better filtering and useful for the database records. So this we already have seen. When when to use what? So if the situation is, if we have the multiple city name, then what parameter we can provide? Exactly one is equal to false. Means something if you want to search which is available in multiple cities, then if you will write here exactly one is equal to false, then it will give you all the result. Limit result, if you want to give the limit of the result, then we can use the parameter limit. For the country, we can provide country underscore code. For the language, we can provide the language. For the precise address, we can use the query. And for the filter city only, we can use the raw type. Now, after that, distance calculation. This is also one of the important function we have in the GeoPy. In GeoPy, let's suppose if you want to get the address between 2 points, between Mumbai and Delhi, then here we have the facility. We can get the distance. I think I have not written any example for the. Okay. So here I will write something for the distance example. So for the distance, basically what we required. So I need to go to the example. So here if I want to get the distance, so first of all I need 2 points. Then only I can find out what I can find out the distance. So what I will do, I will copy this one and paste it here. So here if you see, this is very basically important feature in our GIS. कि programmatically if I want to find out the distance between the two cities or in between two coordinates, so in the GeoPy library we have one class that is what distance. So I have imported what? I have imported geodistance, this distance, import the geodesic, and simply we have used the function what? We have used the function geodesic. This function geodesic will return us what? Return us the distance. Now after that, in which unit you want to get the distance, you can easily get. So here if I run this one, so here you can see between the Mumbai and Delhi, we have the distance in kilometer, distance in miles, and distance in the miles meters. Sorry, instead of miles, I should write here meters. So in just 2-3 line of code, you can get the distance between 2 points. So this is the third function what we have in the GeoPy. Okay. Now after that, distance, destination. This is also one facility or one function we have in basically destination. What is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is कि let's suppose you already have point. Okay. We already have what? We already have a point, and this is the point. This XY coordinate you already know. You want to find another point. You want to find another point with distance what? With the distance of 2 kilometer. With the distance of 2 kilometer and angle is 30 degree. So you want to find out the coordinate of this point. So for that, we have one function in GeoPy. That function name is what? That function name is the destination. This function is basically provide you the coordinate which will be particular distance from the previous point and particular distance from the previous point. So what I will do, I will basically take the example of that one also. So let's suppose if I take this one. Okay, so I will copy this one and go to the code, and here I will write for your reference destination example. So if I run this one, so what we have written here, we have one coordinate. This is the start coordinate, what I already created here. This one is the start coordinate. Then what is the distance? Distance is 10 kilometer. And then after, what is the angle? Angle is, let's suppose, 90 degree. Now I want to find out this coordinate. So we have the function from geopy dot distance. We have the this geodesic. Now if I run this one, so it is giving you what? It is giving you the coordinate this coordinate. This point value is what? This point value is this. So this is another important function what we have in the GeoPy. So we have seen the geocoding, we have seen the reverse geocoding, and then we have seen the distance, and now we have seen the destination. Now this is next very important point, because we are not going to do geocoding. We are not going to do geocoding one by one. Someone will provide you the Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, we will have all the addresses, and based on that addresses, we want to do the geocoding. We want to find out the XY coordinates. So first of all, I just want to show you the Excel sheet what I already have created for you. So here somewhere I have created the sheet. Yeah, so this is the sheet what I will download and show you. Okay, so if you see here, this is the sheet I have, and in this sheet I have the address flat 1 MG Road, Mumbai, flat 2 MG Road, Delhi. Aisa, I have some addresses. Now what I want to do, I want to find out I want to find out the XY coordinate based on what? Based on these addresses. MG Road, Mumbai, MG Road, Delhi, MG Road, Bangalore, like this. I want to find out. Definitely, some of the addresses we can get, some of the addresses we cannot find. Okay. Some of the addresses we can find, some of the addresses we will not get. So we already have whatever the address from the database we will get, that I am able to show you, and whatever the address are not available, then GeoPy also will not provide you. So now here, if it will go to the code, so downside, yeah, this one. So here, what I have done. So first of all, we have created what? We have created the nominative, which you already know. Then after here I have given here I have given what? Here I have given the rate limiter. Rate limiter means in 1 second, 1 second only one request will be processed. We have created the geolocator, and I will just run this one. So it executed. After that, the file which we want to geocode, which we want to basically convert the address to the XY coordinate. So this is the file. Okay, what basically I already shown you here. 100 sample address India.csv. We have read the file. We have read the file because this is the basic functionality of the Python. So when I will read the file, I can get all the data. Now, based on this data, I am simply going to do the geocoding. Simply, I am going to do what? Simply, I am going to do the geocoding. And in the geocoding, I am going to write here what? Location and location dot latitude. So I want to print here latitude and longitude. So this thing I want to show you. So here I have written latitude, then str in bracket location dot longitude. Okay. So my target is what? This is the CSV which someone has given in my company. I want to geocode this one. So I have simply written 2 3 line of program, and here I am trying to read this file. After reading the file, This line I think you already know. So we want to find out, or we want to do the geocoding, and based on the geocoding, I want to print the XY coordinate. Okay. And even along with this XY coordinate, if you want to print the address also, means result list also, if you want to print, that also we can print here. str in bracket this, comma this. Okay, just we'll check here what the result we will get. So we have done this one. I will open this file, then read this file. After reading, I will try to run this one. So here you can see we are getting address one by one. Okay, so this is the address, XY coordinate, address, XY coordinate, address, XY coordinate. Now here you can think how our work is going to easy. If the same thing you are going to do manually, means you will find this address on the Google map, then find the XY coordinate, then it will take too much time. But here the 100 addresses I have taken, and 100 addresses you can see here one by one, your program is going to provide you all the address, all the geocoding. It will be done in hardly 3 4 minutes. Okay, so this is, I think this is okay, this is working. It will take time. Meanwhile, it is running because we already have seen the output, so no problem. It just should continue. So here, how to basically we have read the CSV file and we have done the geocoding, get the result, and this code also I will share with you. Don't worry. Then after we have the error handling and rate limit. Error handling is the same thing. What basically how we are dealing in Python. What kind of error we can get in the geocoding or in the GeoPy? Mainly two type of errors we are getting. One is the timeout. One is the timeout means we are trying to find the address, but we are not getting the address and it is taking time. And another one is the address is not available. So these are the only two type of errors which what we are getting. So whenever we are writing the code in the GeoPy, so we will try to implement what try and accept. And in accept, we will accept what geocoding time limit and geocoder unavailable. So this is for the time limit, or this is for the timeout functionality, and this is for the geocoder unavailability. Then working with the different services, so that basically whenever you will get a chance to work with the different companies map services, so you can refer this code and it will basically help you to do the geocoding or reverse geocoding if you want to use some different like paid services. Here I already have given the code for the OpenStreetMap, Google Map, Mapbox, and Bing Map. Whenever you require, you can use this code and it will work perfectly. Free versus paid comparison. So this even previously also I told you Nominatim is the free. Google, Mapbox, and Bing, these all are the paid. API key required for the nominatim no, and for others we required the API key. Here nominatim because this is free. Maybe you will not get the 100% accuracy, 100% accurate data. So here the accuracy level will be medium, and but in the Google Mapbox and or Bing, accuracy level will be very very high. For the learning purpose or small project, we can use the nominative. But if we want to use this GeoPy with in production or for any commercial application, so we have to go with what? We have to go with the Google Mapbox or Bing services. Performance and production deployment. This is basically one additional module I have added here. So if you want to use the production ready application or production ready code, so we have to use what? We have to use the async. Actually, this is not required. This is very advanced level, but just for your information, कि whenever we are writing the code to get to do the geocoding, so we can use which library? We can use the Essentio library. This Essentio library is basically it will provide, it will give you the facility to run multiple requests in one time. Means let's suppose currently I have used the Excel sheet where basically where basically we have some addresses. But let's suppose if I given you the Excel sheet where we have 1,000 addresses, then in that situation we can use what? We can use the async library to make work or do the work in the faster way. Then what is the coordinate in is projected and map display? That is also very important thing because in GIS we already know sometime we are working with the geographic coordinate system or sometime we are working with the projected coordinate system. But always remember one thing, if you are going to use any map service, if you are going to use any map service, so any map service will always work only on the geographic coordinate system. It will not work on the projected coordinate system. And I believe you guys already know about what is the geographic coordinate system and what is the projected coordinate system. Geographic coordinate system will be always small. Projected coordinate system will be always in meters, and the length of the projected coordinate system is always very big. So now if you want to reproject the coordinate, if you want to reproject the coordinate using using program, then how we can reproject? That is also very easy in Python. So let's suppose here, we can take the code and we'll show you. Yeah, so here if I want to reproject my any coordinate, then how we can do this thing. So I will take this one and here somewhere I will write okay. So now what we have written here, we already have imported or we already have installed the library PyProj. And I already told you in the starting of the session, PyProj library is useful for the projection. Projection, I think you all guys already know what is the meaning of the projection. When we are converting geographic coordinate system to the projected coordinate system or projected coordinate system to geographic coordinate system, so that is called the projection. So now here when we want to do this thing, so here we have used the form from PyProj import the transformer because I want to transform this coordinate because this is the UTM coordinate. This is the projected coordinate system coordinate. I want to convert this to the geographic coordinate system. And as you guys already know, geographic coordinate system, what is the EPSG code? What is the EPSG code for the GCS? What is the EPSG code for the GCS coordinate system? Normally, means ideally what the EPSG code we are using in GIS, that EPSG code is what? 4326. So I have this coordinate. This coordinate is in the projected coordinate system. I want to convert this coordinate to the geographic coordinate system, small coordinate. So if I run this one, then it will convert this coordinate and it will give me what? It will give me the small coordinate which will be in the degrees, and this is in the meters. Okay. So this is also a very small a small 3-4 line of code which basically we can use to reproject the coordinate. Now after that, if we want to show any coordinate on the map using the Python, that is also very easy in Python. Even if you are going to use some different softwares, it will take time. But here in Python, I will show you only 3-4 line of code. We already have installed the Folium. We already have installed what? We already have installed the Folium. Here I have created, actually, we have the complete course for this Folium. Okay, it is not like in one this 3-4 line of code you can understand the Folium. Why I am showing you? Because using how I just want to show you how these things are easy in Python. Okay, so like here in Python, if you want to show the coordinate on the map, simply we have used the import Folium. We have created one map. We have one location which I want to show on the map. I have simply created what? I have simply created one marker and just add this one on the map and just to show the map. So here you can see we are getting what? We are getting the marker on the map, and here we already have given the tooltip. What is the tooltip? Tooltip is click for more info. So here you are getting click for more info. So you basically no need to worry about these are the facility map related thing we already have in Python or not. Python having the rich set of libraries. Whatever the things we want to do in Python, we can do very easily. But the only important thing is we have to spend some time. We have to give some time for the Python practice because, as you know, without pain, no gain. Correct? If you are in your comfortable zone, then maybe miss not only me, even God also will come. Then it is not he cannot do anything. We have to do from our side. We have to spend time. We have to do practice. We have to understand the things. Then only we can do better. So this is all about the GeoPy, and after that, I want to share one more important thing because we have, yeah, there are two important things I will share with you. One is the GeoPy practice questions which I have prepared for you. So here we have some basic questions, and that is everything is depends upon what we have learned today. Means what is the GeoPy, how to install GeoPy, what is geocoding, what is reverse geocoding, what is how to initialize the nominative geocode this one, print a full address. So whatever the things we have learned today, everything, all the questions is basically based on that only. And then after I have prepared some multiple choice question. That multiple choice question also I will share with you. So you guys can go through this question and enjoy it. And even if you already know, we already have one online exam website. In online exam website also I have created one exam GeoPy. So if you want, you can raise request for that exam as well. There also you can get the questionnaire. So because how we can check what we have learned, because see you, me, we all basically spend last 2 hours on the GeoPy. So we have to know about what we have learned. So the best way to find out what we have learned, this is the questions, MCQs. Like here, what is the GeoPy primarily used for? Why we are using the GeoPy? The main purpose of the GeoPy is what? Geocoding and geographic calculation. Which function convert address to the coordinate? Which function is converting address to the coordinate? Geocode. Which function is convert coordinate to the address? This is the reverse. So these kind of questions you have in this document. So you just send me one WhatsApp message, then you will get, I will share with you these questions and the practice question, both the PDF. Just try to do this thing, then you will get the 100% understanding on this. Okay.